Something huge is brewing behind the scenes for the Kansas City Chiefs, and it could completely change the franchise's future. Quiet decisions, internal conversations, and an unexpected move are very close to happening. And when it comes to light, the Chiefs' offense will never be the same. The most shocking detail? Nobody outside the organization was expecting this, but internal sources indicate that this plan is already underway and could determine whether Kansas City returns to the Super Bowl or faces the most difficult season of the Mahomes era. I had access to hot behind-the-scenes information, and today I'm going to reveal everything to you, point by point, unfiltered. So leave a like, activate the bell, and subscribe to the channel, because what's about to happen in Kansas City will shake the entire Chiefs kingdom, and you need to be here to understand every detail. The Kansas City Chiefs officially began the most important offseason since Patrick Mahomes took over as starting quarterback, and the scenario is alarming. In just 1 year, the team went from a Super Bowl loss to something unthinkable, missing the playoffs. Now, Brett Veach and the front office need to answer the question haunting all the fans: how to get this roster back into the title race. The problem is that the options are limited. The Chiefs will have little salary cap space, making each decision even riskier and increasing the pressure for the right choices. This makes the 2026 NFL Draft a decisive moment, perhaps the most important of the decade for the Kansas City franchise. However, the biggest blow came on December 14th, 2025, when Patrick Mahomes suffered a torn ACL. Recovery from this type of injury usually takes between 9 and 11 months. In the best-case scenario, Mahomes would be ready for Week 1 of the 2026 season. In the worst, the Chiefs could start the year without their biggest leader. Last season taught a clear lesson: this team cannot afford to start poorly, hoping for a turnaround later on. And the team learned this the hard way, realizing that they currently lack a reliable backup for the most important position in the sport. Chris Oladokun didn't deliver when given the opportunity. Gardner Minshew II, in turn, was unlucky to get injured early in his starting role, but his injury wasn't a torn ACL, indicating he should be fit to play even before Mahomes. According to Nick Shook of NFL.com, the Chiefs need to re-sign Minshew immediately. He already demonstrated in 2023 with the Colts that he's capable of keeping a team competitive even without the starting quarterback, offering experience and stability in critical moments. And while Kansas City is experiencing this turmoil, an old acquaintance may be about to return and completely change the course of the offense: Eric Bieniemy. Currently the running backs coach for the Chicago Bears, Bieniemy made an immediate impact. Under his leadership, the Bears had the third-best rushing attack in the NFL, ranked third in yards per attempt, and totaled 14 rushing touchdowns. With such impressive numbers, his name is already circulating as a possible offensive coordinator, and it makes perfect sense to consider him as a replacement for Matt Nagy, whose contract is nearing its end and who is still being considered to take over as head coach of the Tennessee Titans. It's worth remembering that when Bieniemy was the Chiefs' offensive coordinator between 2018 and 2022, the team's offense never finished outside the NFL's top 6 in yards or points. It was precisely during this period that Patrick Mahomes established himself as MVP, Super Bowl champion, and the most feared quarterback in the league. Now the Chiefs have already begun making changes to the coaching staff, dismissing the running backs and wide receivers coaches, which indicates that the groundwork is being carefully laid. And when the dust settles after the playoffs, everything indicates that Eric Bieniemy's name will return in full force to the Kansas City backrooms. And now I want to know from you, Chiefs Kingdom fan, is this the right path for Kansas City to return to the top of the NFL, or are we entering the most challenging period of the Mahomes era? The upcoming decisions will define not only the 2026 season, but the immediate future of the franchise. If you want to continue receiving exclusive behind-the-scenes information, honest analysis, and everything that really matters about the Kansas City Chiefs, leave a like now, because it greatly helps the channel grow. Subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss any updates. Here we follow every move, every rumor, and every decision that could change the history of the Chiefs.